Hello and welcome to GPTV on Tuesday the 22nd of October. Who can believe it? My name's Philip Kingston.
My name's Gary Peer. Who can believe what?
Who can believe that it's the 22nd of October? I know we said it last week, Gary, but the year is just flying past. I'm worried.
It's a sign of our age. You get older and the year's just like, it's like those calendars flying in the old films.
Do you remember being at school in primary school? Yeah. Where the end of year holidays, which were, I don't know, they were 8 weeks back then, they used to go on and on and on.
What about the school year went forever as well? I mean, the school year went forever and then the holidays went forever and everything went forever.
So
now,
do you think for little kids and viewers, a little bit of feedback here, if you've got little kids, does time drag for them, or is it now going really quickly? No, I think everything's sped up.
Just when you get older, I think. When you get older, everything just goes, and you're born, you work, you retire, you die.
I think it's one of the mysteries of the universe, and let's just, on the assumption, viewers, that there is a greater force at play other than just the real estate industry. But if there's a greater force at play, do you think that he or she or it or they has sped everything up?
Tell you what was speedy. That Japanese horse that won the Caulfield Cup. I tell you, how about the Japanese? They've come to Melbourne. Right?
I thought Everest won.
No. Yes, won the Everest. Everest.
Oh,
it's not a horse. It's a horse race. It's called the Everest. It's the richest race.
Yeah. But I thought Bray Sokolsky owned that horse.
Yes, he does own that horse.
He's a regular viewer of this show.
He wouldn't miss it for anything. He owns Yes, which he bought for $200,000. Now is worth $50 million.
Seriously?
Yep.
Seriously?
Yeah. So well done to him, and he's got some partners in it as well.
I was over for drinks at some delightful people's house the other night, and they were talking about their friend.
Were you
Bray.
invited, or did you just go over there? You don't get invited anyway. I know.
Well, I've still got a key. Still got a key to the house. Just let myself in, and then
exactly.
May well just help myself to this whiskey. Oh, you're here. Anyway, they were talking about their friend Bray Sokolsky, who's big in racing. Is he big in racing?
He's very big in racing, and he's very big in winning in racing, Philip. So good luck to him.
Seriously, he bought a horse for $200,000. Is now worth $50 million.
It's not his only horse. He's probably spent $50 million on his other horses.
Tell me, Gary, I'm just going to cut across you here. Did you watch the 7:30 report expose into the racing industry?
But I hear it's very horrible and damning.
It is going to blow a hole.
But every time, I'm not demeaning the sadness and the responsibility people have to look after horses. Even though you come from a country, I mean, horses. That horse. That horse sneezed, bang, or I don't know what you did over there, or send it off to pasture. But every year, this time of year, it comes out. There's always animal cruelty. There's something, and then when the jumps races come, watch when the jumps races are out on, and again it comes out. And horse racing is a business. It keeps people in business. People breed horses for the purpose of racing, but they should not
send them to the knackery immediately after their last race.
No, they should not be dealt with cruelly.
So the horses just finished the race, albeit came last, and they say, turn left to green pasture, more races, turn right, knackery.
Yeah, it's not nice. Shouldn't be laughing about
it.
People are very sensitive to it. Julie in the bath, she loves animals. She won't like this.
Farmer, you can imagine what my view on this is, and it's not a sensitive view. No. But I've got to tell you that expose, it's going to blow a major hole in the racing industry. Mark my words, Gary. Now, speaking of my words, do you notice anything different about me today?
What, have you had your hair cut again today, or what? Well, what's different about you?
Come on.
What?
Come on.
Not wearing a belt?
No. Well, that's the new look. No belt. I've been doing that for 2 years.
Can I not wear a belt? Is that okay?
You don't notice anything about me?
No. Have you got some makeup on again?
All right, viewers.
I don't notice because you have makeup on all the time.
So, viewers, I'm wearing the Apple Watch.
Oh, okay.
And all I can tell you, viewers, I like to keep up with technology.
I'm not very observant, am I?
You're not. No. And I'm wearing this new Apple Watch, which is also a phone.
Yep.
Now, this technology has been out for about 12 or 18 months in terms of the phone part. I've got to tell you, it is fantastic. And I know what you're thinking, viewers, that we're sponsored by Apple and we'll do our best to be sponsored by Apple. But I'm wearing this phone and I've got to tell you, it is incredible.
We've got to be careful.
Hang on, let me finish. It's a phone and it works a treat. You don't need that anymore. Put that to the side. And it's also my wallet because my credit cards are on here. I can just go. I'll go. I'm standing waiting for a coffee, and the barista says, "Hey, that's $4."
Where do you fit the $20?
And I go, just a moment, as I'm talking to somebody on the phone, I go like that and pay.
So you don't have any $20 notes folded up inside it or anything like that, or coins? That's pretty impressive.
Well, I can tell you, it is the technology on this is incredible.
You're into all the latest things, aren't you? The latest fandangle things, and then you get bored, move on to the next thing. That's what happens. Whereas I don't even start with any of it. I just stay with all the old-fashioned stuff.
Now I've got to work out what to do with all my Rolexes.
what's going to be funny is if you're going to fall asleep or something and you'll ring somebody and they'll hear you snoring, that'll be the last job you'll get from that person. Philip, let's move on to the weekend that was, because it was a very good weekend. 7 out of 8 with a clearance rate of?
100%.
No, it wasn't. No, it's not 100% when you sell 7 out of 8, Philip.
Well, if you round it up, Gary.
If you round it up to the closest 100%,
correct.
It's 100%. Yeah.
It's good. 7 out of 8 is as good as 100% for me.
I think it's like 90% or something like that.
Against well, we'll work it out as we put the towers up. Against the industry average of 74%.
Still good out there, Phil.
The industry is doing really well, but hey, at Gary Peer & Associates, we're just slam dunking them, to use an NBA-ism. Gary, some standout auctions, I've got to tell you.
Can I introduce them and talk about it?
You can.
Irene, can you talk to him again? Let me get a word in.
Firstly, just a bit of a shout out, Gary. I did 4 auctions on the weekend. All 4 just flew.
Yeah, you did. I did one.
Yeah, or your one did it sell?
I didn't sell.
So you've got 100% failure rate, and I've got 100% success rate.
But I
have this new sales woman that we're interviewing.
Yes.
We're interviewing her.
She's
interviewing
us.
Out. And part of the things
feeling each other out.
Part of the things that we now
not in a Harvey Weinstein way.
One of the things that we now do, viewers, before we employ anybody, we get them to come out on a few weekends, come and sit in a few sales meetings, work out whether it's a good cultural fit.
Hey,
all I can tell you is I picked this lady up and she was like a duck to water. She knew exactly what she was doing.
I don't know if she'd like to be called that, Philip.
But on top of it, I sold 4 out of 4 and she was with me the whole time. I think she's a lucky charm. Might have to give her a job, Gary.
You may well have to, Philip. And I was going to say, I think it's poignant and appropriate.
Poignant? How do you
spell
poignant?
P-O-I-G-N-A-N-T, Philip. It's one for Scrabble because it has got 8 letters. And if you get letters,
poignant.
It's good.
It's not poignant. It's not poignant.
No, it's there's repugnant and there's poignant. Philip, it's poignant and it's appropriate.
That's a very big word for you, Gary.
Because we're doing a recruitment evening in
Yes,
November.
yes.
It's probably it's the first time we can talk about someone wants to get into real estate, Philip. We're going to talk about more on the show, but we've got a recruitment evening, sales, property management, admin, maybe marketing even.
Managing director,
auctioneer, run the whole place. Let me get back to
have the business
in the Bahamas that you kept talking about that I've never seen. Have it all. Anyway,
so we do have a recruitment event coming up in November.
We'll bring more information.
We'll put some information up on the screen.
Or we'll just talk about it again.
Yeah.
Can we review our auctions, Philip?
Yes.
Because we're running out of time. We auctioned a block of flats in Hewenden Road.
It's not a block of flats, Gary. It's an apartment building. It's an apartment building. We auctioned an apartment building. See, that's why I'm in marketing, Gary. And I actually don't know what you do anymore.
You're in marketing.
Well,
I don't know. You're a real estate
We're marketing geniuses, Gary. That's what we aspire to be.
That's what we aspire to be.
Real estate is the product that we sell, but it's all about marketing our clients' assets.
Do you think he actually believes what he says?
I do.
I don't know.
Absolutely.
Let's move on to Gladwin Avenue.
Speaking of one little thing, because I brought this to the attention of the sales meeting on Monday, Gary. I said, if you watch one show, watch the Gruen transfer. Because it is, I've got to tell you, it's been going for a number of years.
Is there different people on that all the time?
Yeah, it's a different panel.
But there's a guy
it actually deconstructs the advertising industry. And I've got to tell you, I love it. And you learn something.
Now, Phil, I was at a graduation of my son's yesterday.
Yes, congratulations. Who would have ever thought there would have been a peer with a university degree?
We started working through that because,
you have to go back a long way.
I know, we went back to Vienna, 636 it was. But we went back, well, that's not true. My father was,
Oh, look, there's a phone call coming in. Hey, watch this, viewers. Hang on a second.
Live.
Hey, Cobb. Hey, Jacob.
It's working well. Oh, it's a big success, yeah.
Can you just talk quite loudly, because we have just been talking about my new Apple Watch and we're filming GPTV.
It hasn't been set up.
And you're now on GPTV.
It wouldn't be that bad if we set it up.
No. Say it again, because I'm going to hold my phone to the speaker. Say, hello GPT viewers, on behalf of the new generation of Gary Peer & Associates, looking forward to meeting you. Can you say that?
Yes, I can. Hello, GPT viewers. On behalf of the young audience of GPTV, hello.
Oh, brilliant, brilliant.
That's wonderful. Okay. Go and sell something now.
I've got to go, Cobbs. I'll call you back after this filming of GPTV.
Yeah, exactly right.
Jacob, I love you, but I love your brother equally.
Yeah. Oh, I thought he was going to say even more. Wow, that was... Okay, see you later. Okay. Well, there's lots of fatherly love going on here.
I love that phone.
He called you when I was talking about my son's graduation. The boys have come in taking over. So he graduated. And how about a graduation, hey? There's pomp and there's
Ceremony,
organs and there's
pomp
an
and
organ
ceremony?
player, pomp and ceremony, organ player. I've never been to a graduation.
Where was it?
It was at Monash University,
Yeah.
Clayton, and it's a big deal, Phil, a big deal going on there at Monash University.
And tell me, did Daniel do something that he shouldn't have done when he went up on stage to thank the Chancellor?
He actually was okay because he said, I made a big effort to shake his hand really hard. I think he got a bit of a fright because Daniel was a big unit. Anyway, because of course he was always going to do that. And of course, my wife screams and, the peers again. They're happy to get rid of us at any institution.
A big shout out to the peers who you've got to go back to when they were thrown out of Spain during the Spanish Inquisition.
Yeah, right back
I think that was the last time that there was a university degree.
Oh, no, I've been thrown out,
family.
and we've been thrown out a lot of places since then, Phil. But I bet you were glad to be in Gladwin Avenue, Phil, because that was a big result. Lots of bidders.
Huge result. We sold that for hundreds of thousands of dollars over the reserve. And it was so lovely because 3 previous generations of owner, including the people that built it, came back to see this house because they loved it so much.
Isn't it lovely when people do that? We've seen that before where the builders have come back and the previous owners have come back.
3 generations.
People who have got debts outstanding come to the auction. And I think it's beautiful. Anyway, sold Philip for $1,560,000. It is disclosed.
Almost $300,000
almost $300,000 over reserve. That's a bit of a thumping auction, but it didn't stop there.
I tell you what, Bentley has rebounded in a major way.
Bentley was just got Shanghaied back, didn't it, in terms of...
in fact, interesting viewers, because Bentley, I reckon, was one of the first suburbs that got hit in the property downturn, probably got hit more than a lot of other suburbs,
and recovered quicker.
Bounced back so hard, I reckon it's back at previous highs.
By the way, did you see the REIV report with the medians, Philip? The medians, all the prices have gone up.
Didn't see that
now. I think it's at 4.3% across Melbourne or thereabouts. The REIV is a great, it's a bastion of quality information, Philip. And I'm not sure why you don't tune in and read, because being the educated person you are, you've got to see what's going on in the property market widely, Philip. Not just your own holdings and your own selfish interests, but see what's happening for the people of Melbourne.
Moving on. What else are you going to talk about, Gary?
Spring Road, Philip. That was a thumper auction. Reserve and expectation there was in that sort of 1.2 to 1.3. Sold for $1,460. Talk.
Lovely story here, viewers. This goes to show, when we're talking about technology, what a technological world we live in. Because I don't know whether you've seen the email that came in today from, and I can't remember who it's from, but there was somebody overseas that was watching that auction via FaceTime. And they sent in an email to you to say that they've taken exception to the auctioneer who claimed to say that the ANZ Bank had said that property prices were going to increase by a certain amount. So I had quoted that at the auction.
And embellished
and this person, whoever they are, through FaceTime overseas, sent you an email to say, I think your auctioneer is misquoting the facts. But I would say to that person, not the first time I've misquoted the facts.
He does embellish sometimes and he makes the odd mistake.
And
he's only human. He's only human.
Viewers.
Anyway, but you know what? People are listening and they're watching. And that's, I'm not sure that's a good thing, but it's happening. Phil, let's talk about the house that we featured big time on GPTV, which was on Sunday afternoon in Merton Street, Caulfield North. The price is undisclosed. Don't blab.
Shout out to the Rechman Schneider
Milakovsky
team who have really created some of Melbourne and the area's best homes.
A potent force they are, Phil,
and
known for being so.
They've come together on this one. There was a massive crowd there. I reckon 200 people there at least at that auction.
Couldn't move there.
And it was sold. It was passed in and immediately sold after the auction. And congratulations, a shout out to that team.
And congratulations to the buyer, a local person who bought it and has been looking for a while, Philip, and has found something beautiful. There were tears all around. It was an emotional time for buyer and seller and agents, because when everyone cries, we decide we cry.
We're chameleons, Gary. We like to mirror the people's emotions.
If you're happy, we're happy. You're sad, we're sad. It's all happening.
If you're angry, well, we're not angry.
Hey, I want to talk a bit about Victoria, Phil, and some of the new laws that are going on.
You're determined to turn this into a very long show, Gary.
We're going to talk about
a massive number of options.
I think we'll do it separately. We'll do the properties.
No, we're not going to.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we're just going to jump straight into it.
Okay, we'll have to whip through them quickly. Phil, I think this is a state that creates laws for idiots. It is an idiot law
it's the nanny
state.
state, Gary.
Well, it is, but what happens is one person does something stupid and then there's a law about it. So if you jumped on the roof, put a ladder here, and put a bouncing board on the ladder and bounced off, and a diving board and killed yourself, they would then
bring in a law.
Ban diving boards, ban roofs, ban ladders. Now you can't fly a kite anymore in Melbourne. Do you know that? You can't fly a kite, that's it. No, you go to jail for flying a kite. You can't fly a kite. You can't play tag at school anymore. These are the new laws in Victoria, so I believe. And you can't vacuum after 10 o'clock at night because that's between 10 a.m. and 10 p.m. and 6
Has this just gone through the Victorian Parliament?
This is either slated to go through. I mean, you know, you go to Europe and you go to America and everybody takes responsibility for
themselves. Do whatever you like.
Right? Do what you want. Kill yourself, too bad. Next, please. You know, look out next time. Be careful. And everybody actually has responsibility for themselves. Here, the government's trying to take so much responsibility for yourself. We're making idiots of people, and it's just ridiculous. I've had enough of it.
Didn't you have a segment?
Yeah, it's my beef. That's my beef. You can
Gary's
put it up,
beef.
put that logo, Gary's beef up, because that's my beef now.
Okay.
My beef is the nonsense that Victoria is bringing as laws for idiot people that do stupid things.
Let's talk about this weekend's auctions because we've got a smorgasbord, we've got a feast.
We're going to have to move so fast, Phil, really fast.
How many have we got this weekend?
We've got 26 auctions over 10 suburbs.
Okay, Gary, I'm going to put my glasses on. You're going to announce them. I'm going to get into it.
Hey, we're not waiting until 10:30 as we usually do. At 10 a.m. we've got our first auction, Philip. We're going to be in Prince Edward Avenue. Take us through this beautiful
home, 4 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, a garage, car parking in front. That is a great property in a great street.
Double auction action, Philip, at 10:30 a.m. It's going to be Leo's auction that he'll be conducting in Bamboo Road on the corner there of Bialaba Road.
2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, 1 lock-up garage, Gary, and you can walk across the road. You never need to use the kitchen because Fress is directly across the road.
And here's to you, Mrs. Robinson, 1 Robinson Street, Brighton East, Philip. I'm excited to be the auctioneer for this property. It's a quality street and a beautiful home.
Great looking home, Gary. 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, and a car parking for 2 cars. That Rip Snorter.
I'm going to be everywhere on Saturday, Philip. I'm moving on to 11:30 to the auction in Koorang Road, Carnegie.
Yes.
I don't think I'm going to get a chance to go to the Bentley Market, Philip.
Looks like this one comes with solar panels, Gary. 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom and a lock-up garage and a wonderful courtyard garden, beautifully renovated throughout. That's great real estate. We love that style of real estate.
I'm meeting Glenn Bricker there. A double auction at 11:30. Philip, Jeremy Rosen's is in Orong Road across the road from our office.
We love those apartments, Gary. 1.5 bedrooms, 1 bathroom and a car space, and obviously walk out your front door and be part of the Alma Village action.
I don't know whether we've ever done this, Philip, but we've got 5 auctions on Saturday at 12:30.
Wow.
That's a busy time slot, and we haven't heard from you yet. It's 12:30 already. We haven't heard from you, but 4 at 304 Dandenong Road. Sorry, Blanche Street. You've got Blanche Street there.
Yep, no problem.
Blanche Street is going to be your first auction.
2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, a gorgeous single-fronted home at a great location there. Be part of the St Kilda action.
Indeed, Philip. We're also going to be in St Kilda, Eastern Dandenong Road. Jeremy Rosen's auctions this property.
I love that building. I've always loved the facade of that building. It's a stately-looking building, and I reckon real estate there will only improve over time. Beautifully renovated, 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, 1 car space.
Doing it with our friends from Ian Reid, who employ us often. Thank you to them. Philip, I'm going to be also at 12:30 around the corner from you and there in Eastern Kilda. It's
in Fulton Street.
Eastern Kilda time in Fulton Street.
Another renovated apartment, Gary, this time 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms and a lock-up garage, and that is just fabulous. And I love Fulton Street, walking distance to everywhere you want to be, including Chapel Street, High Street, Carlisle Street, the Astor Cinema.
You can't get out of Ormond, Philip, if you're Lee or Samuel. You just love it. And everywhere you go, all roads lead to Ormond.
2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom and a single lock-up garage with a car space in front, plenty of courtyard gardens, aspects of greenery. That's good real estate, the sort of real estate that makes great living and also an investment.
Graham Callan is one of our auctioneers, one of our 7 auctioneers. He loves it in Mount Waverley. Philip is going to be there at 12:30.
Well, Mount Waverley is one of the go-to suburbs in Melbourne. 4 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, a beautiful living, entertaining areas, and a lock-up garage there, Gary. Good, solid Mount Waverley real estate.
Double auction action at 1:30, Philip. All the buyers will probably be at this auction in Alder Street in Caulfield South.
So clever, Gary. 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom. This is a property you can move straight into, or think about how you might further improve it, but good opportunities there.
Jeremy Rosen's auctioneer. We're back at 1:30 again in Bamboo Road, Philip. This time
we love Bamboo Road, Gary.
This terrific looking property. I love it.
4 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, plenty of off-street car parking. You've got Princess Park on your doorstep. Doesn't get any better than that.
And at 2:30, Philip, we've got double auction action a few hours before the Cox Plate is run and won. And that is going to be in, not the Cox Plate's going to be Booty Valley, but the auction is going to be in Martha's Lane in South Yarra. Tell us about this.
Well, we've sold in Martha's Lane before, Gary. In fact, we sold the property next door. This is the most incredible location because literally you can walk out your doorstep, get on the train at the Hawkesburn train station. So you couldn't get a better position than Martha's Lane, and really interesting real estate.
An outstanding auctioneer and estate agent, of course, is David Thompson, Philip, who we have the pleasure of seeing and enjoying as one of our auctioneers. He's going to be in Rosanna Street.
Gary, a big parcel of land here with 3 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, plenty of off-street car parking, double lock-up garage, and that's a really good piece of land together with a really lovely home on it.
And that's a big wrap for Saturday,
That
Philip.
wraps up Saturday.
Then we go off to the big
I
Cox
think I'll
plate.
be having
big
an early night
Cox
on
plate.
Saturday
Yeah,
night,
you'll
Gary.
have to, Phil. You'll have to do that indeed. You know what? I had a charity auction Saturday night.
Yes,
and I had
hear.
a charity auction on Friday. And I tell you what, I've auctioned. I might not have got my sale away that I auctioned on Sunday, or Saturday, I should say. But I've certainly got away all of the other items that I've been auctioning, Philip, which have been trips away. And,
did you buy anything?
I actually auctioned a golf game for 4 people, with me either in or out.
And they paid more money for you to be out of it, yeah?
No, the guy actually is a fantastic golfer. We knocked it down, this guy, and he's a great golfer.
Yes.
And I said, am I coming with you? He goes, yeah. And I said, that's great. He paid $500, for 4 people to play at Royal Melbourne, a great fundraising for a wonderful
didn't get
cause.
much for that.
No, well, not bad. And I said, you want me in? And so I realised, I said, you want me in because, and I asked him what he plays off. He plays off 2. I said, so you're going to pay $500 for the ticket, but I'm going to pay you $1,000 for the lessons because I think he's a bit of a golfing champion, or just for the comedy of how bad I am.
God, goodness knows you
Anyway,
need some practice in just about everything you do.
I do
Gary.
indeed, Philip. Golf particularly, 10:30 a.m. Triple auction action Sunday. Let's move through at Alma Road, Philip.
Alma Road, beautifully
Jeremy
renovated
Rosen's.
apartment there, 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, 1 car space, good real estate, great location.
Balaclava Road, Phil. It's going to be your auction with Daniel Fisher
A
and
wonderful
team.
townhouse, be part of the Carlisle Street groove there,
Indeed.
Gary, and that's a really good piece of real estate. 3 bedrooms, 2.5 bathrooms, with a lock-up garage, 2nd car space. It looks great.
Love the look of this Marriott Street property. My first auction on Sunday morning, Phil. I'm looking forward to it.
Gary, great property, 2 bedrooms, 2 or 3 bedrooms, 1.5 bathrooms, a car space, courtyard gardens, beautiful home.
Double auction action, Philip, at 11:30. Bamber Road is an auction you'll be conducting. What a fantastic and elegant town residence
They
this
don't
is.
get much better than this, Gary. It's a beautiful home with absolutely stunning bedrooms, bathrooms, incredible entertaining areas. Gagging our appliances, no less, in the kitchen, Gary. Beautiful home.
Outstanding, Philip. We're going to be Westbury Street at the same time. Glenn Bricker is a sales agent. Jeremy Rosen's auctioneer. Tell us
Well, there's a
about it.
big apartment, Gary. 3 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, 1 car space, and we love Westbury. Walking distance to everywhere you want to be.
3 auctions, 12:30 on Sunday, Philip.
Oh,
One
it's
of them
just
is
massive.
in Booran Road. I've got the pleasure of auctioning this terrific looking property.
4 bedrooms, Gary, 3
Yes,
bathrooms,
indeed.
off-street car parking for 2, and what a great looking facade that has. That's a really beautiful home.
We're going to be in Inkerman Road also, Philip. You have the auction honours. Oh, sorry, Jeremy Rosen's, I should say, is the auction honours. This fine apartment.
Well, Art Deco action there, Gary. 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom. That's an iconic piece of real estate. If you know Caulfield, you know this building. It's beautiful.
Phil, Wilgar Street, 12:30. You are auctioning this home. I had a look at this property on the weekend. It's a beautiful home.
Handled by Nikki
Great
and
spot,
Lamore,
yeah.
and it's just stunning. We've sold that a few years ago. It's beautiful from the front door to the back fence and everything in between. Gorgeous, stunning, contemporary renovation with a beautiful period facade.
Double auction action at 1:30, Philip. This fine-looking home in wonderful Ludbrook Avenue. You have the auction honours. for this
Ludbrook
great
Avenue
house.
is one of the area's best streets. This is a north-facing property, Gary. A beautiful home. You can move straight in and not spend a cent. It's really resort living with its beautiful north-facing garden and swimming pool. Massive home, actually, Gary. Lovely home.
A smorgasbord of great offerings on Sunday, Philip. Some of the best houses have been offered all year go this Sunday. 12 Stone Street's one of them. Take us
Well,
through this.
Simon Radolnik's got auction honours there. 4 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, double lock-up garage, a really beautiful home. And Stone Street, you can walk out the front door, walk to the tram at one end, or Princess Park at the other.
Phil, Palm Avenue is probably one of the tightest addresses in terms of tightly held addresses in the whole of this area, Caulfield
Yes.
North. It's rare that we had an opportunity. Go online and check the video out for this incredible house. Jeremy Rosen has done such a good job.
Fantastic video there.
And we've featured it already on GPTV. Tell us a bit about this property.
Well,
Phil.
Gary, that is, first of all, it's Palm Avenue, and secondly, to replace this house would cost millions of dollars. 3.5 or 4 bedrooms, 2.5 bathrooms, a double lock-up garage, swimming pool, but the quality of construction, the attention to detail, and the design is all about protecting the environment and having a light touch on the environment. It's an incredible home.
Get to that auction, Philip, and get to our final auction on Sunday, which is at 3:30, and that's in Glen Ira Road. What a stunning town residence. You've done the property tour, or the video
I have,
tour.
Gary.
You did a fine job too, Phil. Tell us about this
Beautiful
property.
home, and it's a bit of a surprise package because you know it's going to be impressive when you see it.
Yep.
But when you go inside, it just keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger. So it's a big family home.
impressive, yeah.
North facing at the back, lots of glass, a very contemporary design, beautiful beautiful home.
And the vendors there, Philip, delightful people, but wonderful dancers. You don't hear a lot about wonderful dancers. I've seen them dance, and they are really good. Yeah.
Really?
Did you know that? Oh,
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Twinkle toes, yeah.
All right.
And that's the husband with the wife. You know, a whole lot of other positive adjectives, but they are terrific dancers anyway. So they'll be dancing.
Good to know, Gary.
They'll be dancing for the board to put the soul sticker up probably 4 o'clock on Sunday.
Gary, a property that closes via the Expressions of Interest campaign. Let's just quickly talk about
how prestigious
a
is this home?
Beautiful home at number 14 Pearson Grove, very tightly held street. Just under 1,000 square metres of north-facing land with the most stately home that you can move into and not spend a cent. It's a big palatial home that has a wonderful sense of intimacy at the same time. Beautiful standout real estate.
The top end, Phil, seems to be pretty strong now. We talked about it yesterday in our sales meeting about how we've sold in the last 3 or 4 weeks, I think 4 or 5 properties between between 4 and 7
and
$4
between
and $8
$4
million.
and $7 million.
Yeah, 4 and 7 million. So it's been very, very strong.
Very
Philip,
strong.
in terms of what's been going on.
That's a big wrap, Gary. Big wrap. This must
That's
be a
big
long
wrap.
edition.
Yeah, it's a long edition. We've gone on too long, and we blabber a bit. But look, the people that like to watch other people. Other people don't care. They tune in for 5 minutes anyway, and then they sort of switch off to something else.
Keep in mind, viewers, this is now a podcast, and it's now a podcast. I believe in the Spotify.
What's
you
a
go
podcast?
You go to Spotify, and look, we'll explain more how you find. I think so.
Really? Because I could listen to it in the shower.
I'll just check with our marketing department, but I'm pretty sure
Is that not one of those? It's not another one of those embellished statements that you made that got you in trouble from the guy overseas. Is the ANZ Bank saying it's podcast as well, Phil, or just yourself? That's a big wrap on GPTV on this massive Tuesday in big October, and it is big, isn't it?
It's spring, Gary.
It's
spring.
Massive. It's big. It's happening. And of course, next week, Philip, we've got no auctions to review because we'll only be talking about the ones we've sold, the ones that are coming
viewers,
up.
If you can make your way to the end of this, we'll promise to give you a short program in the next couple of weeks.
It will be next week, particularly. That's a big wrap on GPTV. I'm Gary Peer.
I'm Philip Kingston. Have a fantastic week.